Hi all, welcome to the part 4 of VPC Service Control. In this, basically, we are talking about ingress and egress rules and how we can use that. Basically, with the help of ingress and egress rules, we can block or specify the direction of allowed access and to and from different identities and resources. Suppose you want to allow some traffic inside a parameter, so you can use ingress, and if you want like some traffic can go outside of the parameter, so we can use egress rules. And with the help of these, it allows basically to privately and efficiently exchange data within the organization and across the organization also by using Google Cloud private APIs. And Ingress and Egress rules allow us to grant access to Google Cloud resources in a parameter based on that API request. Like if you specify a specific API request, like only you can get, like if you want to list the buckets or get the bucket, or you can create delete, even you can specify the context also. And it also minimize like risk by constraining which exact service we want and which method we want, and like which Google Cloud project we want to share the data, and even VPC networks and even identities. Like you can even use workload identities or Google groups if it is available over the internet. You can use that also. And it is basically two types. So ingress basically means to refers to any access by any API client from outside a service parameter to resource within a service parameter. Suppose you have protected a project and now you want that someone from different project can access your resources. So you can create an ingress tool. And egress, like if you want like someone or any resource in the parameter can access or talk to some resource outside the parameter, so you can use egress tools. So this is for the presentation, but let's go to our console and let's do some demo and see how we can use that. I'm in my console. As of now, I don't have any parameter, so let me create a new parameter, and it will be the same parameter like we have used in our previous videos. So this is part 4. If you don't know, you can check out our my previous videos. So we will going to protect our second project here, and in this we will add the project name. So I want to protect my second project. I will add it here, and script service. I will add cloud storage only, or you can add any service which you want according to your need. So I will go with cloud storage API, and I will just click on this here, and I will make it all access level. I don't use. I will use ingress policy. So as of now, if I go to my VM, this is my VM. It's in first project, and if I run gcloud storage bucket list, it will for the second project, it will give me a response like I have two buckets in that project. One is like egress VPC testing, and other one is VPC service control testing. So these two buckets are here. As of now, it is working fine. So let's create this parameter once. So we will see that we are not able to access, or our access will be blocked outside the parameter. So from the first project, my like that access will be blocked because of this specific parameter. So basically we have just secured our second project, and even I am able to access my bucket from here also, cloud storage, which is in second project. Now I have secured this project. So what will happen, I will not able to access this also, oh, like from the internet, this specific service cloud storage, because I have restricted this service. So if I just refresh this page, it will give me error. So you can see now it is giving the server cannot fulfill my request, and even if I run the same command here again, it will give me the same error, like because of VPC service control, this is the identifier and all that, I cannot access this. So now suppose you want to just secure your storage so no one can outside from the parameter can access, not even not from the internet also. But now you want that you want to give access to a second project, sorry, first project which is there, and some persons or some people want to access, there is something they you want to share. So what you can do, just you can even use access levels also, but better to use ingress policy. So now ingress policy also support access levels also. So we can just come here, we can add rules. So basically there are four types of identity we can choose, like any identity. If we choose any identity, it means anyone over the internet, anyone, like it can be a user account, it can be a service account, it can be a like selected identities or groups, as if now it is in preview, but anyone can over the internet can access this. So if I make it anyone, and after that I have to select the source also. So in the source again we can make it like or more filtered, like if you want to allow all sources, or you can want to use access level, Even you want to use a project or VPC network also. Suppose you want any identity which is inside this project, we can select the project, can access this. Or even you want like any identity which is you in this specific network can use this. Even we can use access level also. So access level I discussed in previous video. Or you can even choose like all sources. There is not restriction. Anyone or any source traffic is coming, they can access this cloud storage. After that, we have to choose the two object. Two means like all projects or selected projects. So like if there is multiple projects in your parameter, then it will be okay to select all projects. Or even if you want to select specific project, you can just click on it and just select the project. I have only one project in my parameter, make it done. After that, again, your option which service you want to allow. Maybe you have restricted many services you want to allow on a single service, so you can select that also. So let's go to storage one. So I want storage API. The option to select the method, which method we want, like selected method, all method. If you click on selected, we have the option of multiple methods like bucket list, all that, or like storage, HMA key, objects, create, all that. You can choose which one you want. If there is a specific need for the method also. So I don't have any specific need, so I will go with all methods. But if you need, you can go with that, and just I will click on save. So this parameter will be this ingress rule will be saved. My ingress policy has been created. Now let's try whether traffic is allowed or not now. So we can say I'm getting a response with the help of egress to ingress policy. Now let's refresh this page also. So we can see in the console also I am able to see my both the buckets. So that confirms that ingress rules are working fine. Let's dig out some little more on egress rules. So ingress rules. So let's see what other options and what we can choose accordingly. So let's go back to ingress. Now we have checked like all sources. Even if you don't want all sources, you can make it like access level project. If you want to use project, you have to just select the project. So like if my I want that traffic can allowed only from first project, I can add that and done. And if I do that, so what will happen? Traffic will come from my VM because this is from first project, but this will access gets blocked again because from this is not my first project. Traffic is coming over the internet. We can try this after that. Let's see how it works. So our policy has been updated. Now let's go here and try to run the command once again. We can see if it is working fine. And if we go back to our browser and just refresh the page, so it will show us like again the traffic or means it is not working. It will stop working. So because of that specific ingress rule, we can see it has stopped working. Now let's make some one or two more changes and just verify all the things. And if we go again, click edit parameter and go back to ingress policy. Next, you can use any user account. So what will happen? Any user account means the account of a human, not a machine. Like machine has a service account and human has a user account. So if I use a user account and let me make like delete it and make the source all sources and user account I'm choosing, just make sure what we are using. If you want any machine, make sure whether any identity or any service account. When we use user account, it means that there must be a human behind that. So let's click on save. Now what will happen? Our VM access will be gone because we are while I'm trying to reach from here my VM, when I'm sending a traffic, it is basically sending from service account. Behind the scene there is a service account which is sending a traffic. So if I run gcloud config list, so I am using this service account basically, and this service account have roles in my second project like storage admin and editor role. Because of that, that is working fine. So now if I run the same command like list one, so we can see it is giving an error like this command is not authenticated, all that. And but if I go back here and in my console and just refresh this page, it will work because this is the user. I am the user who is using this console, so it will work without an issue. So just make sure what you are doing. So we can see both are working fine. This is the how you can make sure ingress traffic you want to allow with different VPC, different projects. You have to make sure doing anything just concern make in dry run mode. Don't create it directly in like in production. First do in dry run mode, which you can. I have already shown how to create dry run in the first part. So you have to just come in dry run mode and just go here in the second project and just click on edit. It will edit configuration, and just what will happen, it will create dry run mode. It will just logs all the traffic but doesn't make anything. You can just check after that, add all the things which you want to add, and it will work. So like this you can use dry run also. So dry run only logs the traffic, it doesn't block anything. It will, you can just go to audit logs and check all the things. So we are back to our enforce mode, and I will go back to our my uh, like here, and I will just click on edit parameter. Now I want to do one more thing. I will want to check what egress also. Ingress we have checked how to use that, and now let's go to ingress. Egress means outside the from outside the parameter if you want to send anything. So for that, let me log in into my VM, which is a part of second project. Now if I try to run gcloud storage bucket list, and this is my first project ID. So let me run this. I can getting this error like I'm not allowed to do this. So basically I'm inside a parameter and I cannot send egress traffic to any service. So for if I want to connect to any another service from my parameter, so basically from if I want to connect any other service from my second project, I have to create a egress, some egress rules. So I think you know already, ingress means incoming traffic, egress means outgoing traffic. So let's add a egress rule. Identity we have to select again. Identity can be anything, any identity from the from attribute. So let me select any identity, and there are two types of it supports. So basically if you want to send to external resource, so this will already select BigQuery, we cannot edit it, but you can also add like you want to send to traffic to your AWS S3 bucket or Azure also. You can add your external resource here, and after that you can send traffic to that also. I don't have any Azure as of now or S3 bucket, yeah, but you can add here, and after that you can just send traffic between them. But make sure if you are doing that, you must have a role or some like access you must have before trying to do this. Otherwise, it will the test will fail. So let me go with two attribute to GCP service only. So I have to select the project where I want to send the traffic inside the Google. Like so, I will select my first project. After that, make it done. And in the services, I have to select which service I want to use. So like I want to send traffic to my cloud storage API, and again it will ask all method or selected methods. So I will select all method, but if you want to select any specific method, you can use that also. So let me make all methods and just click on save. So I have created a egress policy in which I am defined that I want to send traffic to this specific project only. So now that has been done, so let's go back to our bucket list and try to run that command. You can see now I'm able to run this. This is my cloud concepts, all that, and this is also. So with the help of this, I am able to run. Even if I want to copy something, like I will run this command gsutil copy hyphen r, and let me copy my bucket name. So suppose this is my bucket VPC control testing, and I can go inside and I can just copy the from the configuration. I can get this URI. I can just click on this and go back here, and after that I can like if I want to copy this in here, I can just provide my name. So I can see it is also copying the files without an issue. So like we have created a egress path, so path is there, now it can work fine. So like that you can do this all things, and you can create your own scenarios how you want to move the traffic, but make sure like Google also recommends try and dry run modes, do interviews with the person before trying to this. Don't touch this VPC service control. It is a very kind of critical service. If you can make your whole project down also if you do something wrong. If by chance you protected a project, what will happen, all the access will be disabled from even from the console also, and all from there for the every service which you protect. So make sure what you are doing, first conduct interviews, ask why it is needed, and make sure everything is in a try and dry run mode first. And like this is the egress one which we can do. And for this I don't have anything right now for external resources, but these two only support external resources as of now. But basically it needs a connection also. So that's all from this video. If you want to Any question, just comment it down. And in the next part, I will cover the remaining thing, that is VPC, how we can use in shared VPC, and service like bridge. And one more thing, that is manage scope policy. I will cover in another part. So if you have any questions or any suggestions, just comment it down. I will try to help you.